What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing my friend and also a YouTuber, Fabulous Bree's hair. To get started, I used some Lovely Bee's edge control. You guys know I've been ranting and raving about this edge control for the longest. So I only placed a little bit at her hairline to kind of just neaten up and smoothen any flyaways or stray hairs that we had hanging around. After that, I went straight into cornrowing her hair. Yeah. So for Bree's hair, we didn't have to go ahead and do super tiny, skinny braids. I find that a lot of people are just not into that. They just want as less braids as possible, as long as their wig is able to lay as flat as possible. A lot of you guys have asked me to bring my client series back, so within the next couple of weeks, I will be doing a lot of people's hair. I hope you guys enjoy it. I like doing other people's hair because it makes it a little bit more easier to show you guys what I'm doing. I haven't been speaking in these videos, but my next point is to really get more interactive with you guys and really point out and show things that I couldn't normally show myself as clear as I would like to show it. So this is the end result of all her braids, all 6. Then I went straight into bleaching the knots. Now this wig does come pre-plucked, but the knots were not bleached, so I had to go ahead and bleach the knots, which I used 30 Developer and L'Oreal Quick Blue. Next, I went ahead and blow dried the hair completely straight, and then I plucked it off camera. I used some Shine of the Mist Giovanni hairspray to add some life back into the hair. When you blow dry the hair, it can make it look a little bit dry sometimes, so you want to go ahead and apply a lot of heat, which we will do later on, and you want to make sure you use a very good hair mist that's not too oily, but still get that pop of life. Then I went in to kind of just trim the hair so that it could have a little bit more body when I curled it later on. My cutting techniques I kind of just took from various videos on YouTube. I'm not a professional cutter, so don't come at me. I went ahead and flat ironed majority of the hair just to give it a little bit more sleek and shine. Now it was time to tuck away her braids. Instead of sewing it up, we kind of just folded up her braids since they're super long, and then made another little bend with the braids, and then used the stocking cap to hold up the braids. For the stocking cap method, we use Gotta Be Glued. To begin with, we pretty much place the Gotta Be Glued over her hairline, a little bit on her hairline, and then a little bit more on her skin, as you can see. You don't have to go crazy with this. Use enough to make it stick. Ignore my broken nail. Then I went ahead and blow dried it just to make it a little bit more tacky. And really push them by the ears, because the ears will always be where you will have the most difficult time. Now I use some freezing spray from Gotta Be Glue as well. And then we just sprayed this on top of the Gotta Be Glued gel that we placed there previously. Make sure it doesn't drip onto her forehead. Make sure it doesn't get messy, because remember, we're gonna be drying this. So if it drips onto her forehead when it's dry, you're gonna have to go back and wipe it off with the stocking cap, because the stocking cap will be stuck on her head in the places where it dripped down. Now you can see it's nice and dry. Now it's time to cut the stocking cap. I usually start from the middle and then work my way over to the left side and to the right side. For me, it's just so much more easier. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to cut the stocking cap as close as possible to her hairline. And for me, that's important because I really hate when the forehead gets super smaller. So I feel like when you keep as much of the stocking cap on, it does force you to kind of have to make your forehead a little bit smaller. So for that reason, I cut as close as possible to the hairline without cutting her hair. You can see right here, her edges come out a little bit, so I had to be very careful that I was not cutting any of her hair. Go ahead and cut the stocking cap behind her ears and trim this off as neatly as possible. Next, I went ahead and used some hairpins to kind of secure the cap in the back. I didn't sew this down. You don't have to. Pins are always another option. After that, we went straight into using the Ghost Bond Platinum Glue, I believe it is. I will have everything down below. I will have everything down below for you guys as usual. And then I use this baby tress edge control brush. The end of it is super pointy. So I kind of use this to go ahead and smoothen out the glue. This is the first round. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second round. When I'm doing this, I'm kind of pulling a little bit of the stocking cap forward so that the parts that were rolled up are now unrolled. Then I usually go ahead and either add makeup on before I do the glue or after. It kind of depends for me. But we went ahead and added a liquid foundation because that was all that we had at the time. And I just used a sponge and kind of put it on the beginning of her stocking cap so that it could blend with her skin a little bit more. And now I'm doing the second round, and I'm going to go ahead and just put this, smoothen these dots out as much as possible. Now it's time to actually apply the wig. So you can see I'm putting a little bit of pressure as I'm going ahead and sticking it down. I use the end of a comb and I just press it down as much as possible just so that it sticks. And then I did actually use the blow dryer on cool to add some more air to make it dry even more. Now it's time to cut the lace. Go ahead and follow the direction of her hairline, aka the stocking cap as well. What I didn't mention before is I moved the lace wig a little bit above the edge of the stocking cap because I do not want the stocking cap and the edge of the lace to be on top of each other directly. Sometimes when you do this, you can kind of see the stocking cap through the lace frontal wig, and that kind of defeats the purpose. So you're gonna make some mistakes throughout this process, no biggie. Just go ahead and use some alcohol and a Q-tip and kind of wipe around the areas where you felt like you put too much glue or it kind of leaked out from, I don't know, maybe you measured the hairline wrong or whatever. Sometimes you make mistakes, that's okay. So right here you can see the stocking cap was just not so cute to me. So I went ahead and just wiped away a little bit of the Gotta Be glue, and I kind of went back and just added some more glue in there, going ahead and just making it smoothen out itself and dry clear. This edge control brush came so much in handy because I was getting so tired of using popsicle sticks, so at least this I can just wipe off and use for the next time. At this time, I'm just kind of making sure the hairline is as perfected as possible. And now I'm gonna go straight into styling. So again, we add as much heat, well, I add as much heat as possible because sometimes it does make the hair look a little bit more sleeker and just sexier. So that's what I'm doing. I am opening the part right now and I'm going ahead and forming it. And I'm doing this with a tweezer, this awesome edge control brush from Baby Tress, and some setting foam and a blow dryer. So for this wig from Chinalacewig, this unit usually comes with a lot of hair towards the top of the wig. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. So it took so much time to flatten this, and that's not a bad thing. It's just that if you want to change your part as often as possible, you might have to put in some work, okay? I went ahead and I'm using this curling wand, curling iron, It's like 2-in-1. And I'm just gonna go ahead and create some curls into her hair, so you can just sit back and enjoy this process. I'm using a hot comb to go ahead and flatten the top as well. Again, guys, this hair came out really great. The hair texture was actually really awesome, and I believe their wigs are slightly inexpensive if I'm not mistaken. So I worked with Chinalacewig before, absolutely love the hair, haven't had an issue with their hair. It usually does me well. You can find all the information for the unit down below in case you're interested. Now, I didn't want to go nuts with baby hairs or whatever. I kind of just did it at my own pace. Some people don't like it, but I think I did it kind of in a natural way. And we curled all her curls under. So I didn't curl them, I didn't flip them back, and there's a reason for that. I just didn't know how to do it with this curling wand, so I was forced to curl it under, and I actually love the look that we ended up with. Go ahead and use some styling foam, guys. If you're having a hard time with the top of the hair or the front of the hair, use styling foam to go ahead and set the hair. That does help a lot. And then this is just me practically perfecting the hair. I believe she loves her hair. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it too. It came out really good. Let me know if you guys want to see any more client series, if you guys want to see me do hairstyles on other people. I really did enjoy her hair, and I believe she did also. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Be sure to check out Fabulous Brie, her YouTube channel, and her Instagram.